Everyone, Jeremy Hogan is saying before November 15th, we should be seeing a settlement. At least that's what I'm seeing here over on Twitter and this article. Guys, make sure to smash the likes down below. Let's go ahead and get into it. Guys, the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit has been going on for so long now. They ruined our Christmas in 2020, and maybe before this Christmas, we got settlement in the bag. The SEC has costed XRP holders billions, and Ripple $100 million in legal fees. Is Ripple going to still accept a settlement, or are they going to go for the full win? Let's get into it, guys. Not going to talk about XRP price today. Pretty self-explanatory what's going on. It's just some mid-pump activity. Michael Branch tweets out this article from Coinpedia, who's basically just citing Jeremy Hogan's tweets. Jeremy Hogan, a settlement could happen anytime up until she rules, but I think it's more likely before November 15th. Jeremy Hogan says, why? Why do I ever say the S word? Breaking, Ripple versus SEC settlement could happen on or before November 15th, 2022. Ripple versus SEC is approaching its second anniversary, but recent events indicate that the lawsuit may be resolved before the time. The company is expected to agree to the settlement before the summary judgment if certain conditions are met. The biggest thing for the SEC is not releasing those Hinman documents. Getting a settlement would ensure that those never see the light of day. All right? So, recently, Judge Torres overruled the SEC's objections to turning over the William Hinman email where he expressed his views on Ethereum, and then we find out later that, he met with Ethereum people 7 times before the speech, magically doesn't talk to them again after the speech. Interesting, right? Jeremy Hogan, partner at Hogan & Hogan Legal Briefs, an attorney closely following the lawsuit, believes that the delay due to Hinman's documents may certainly not affect the judgment that may be ruled in time. Jeremy Hogan says right here, therefore, I believe that Ripple will object to a ruling on the fair notice defense issue because the discovery is not complete. It wins that objection. So even if the SEC appeals the email order, and how that goes is the judge orders the SEC to overturn the Hinman documents. SEC says no. Then the judge then says to SEC, no, I object. I overrule your no. You need to produce those documents. So the SEC is kind of in a corner right now because they've been battling the judge since day one. You could argue that, Ripple or SEC is suing Ripple, but more often than not, the SEC is fighting with the judge. Constantly appealing the judge, constantly objecting her rulings. Not looking good for them. Jeremy Hogan then states, no matter what happens on the Hinman email issue, no matter the delay, the main issue will move forward to judgment. If Ripple wins on the SEC 5 violation, the FND becomes moot. If Ripple loses on SEC 5, it can still move for summary judgment on the fair notice defense. Then Jeffrey Miller here says, so if there is a chance of settlement, does that have to be done before the MSJs are filed on November 15th? Because after that, Judge Torres has control. Is there a chance she could rule and say all current and future sales are not securities and deal with the rest later? This is where Jeremy Hogan comes in with the bombshell right here. A settlement could happen anytime up until she rules, but I think it's more likely before November 15th. And she could rule on current and future sales only, but I'd be really surprised because then the early sales would have to go to trial. Collectively, the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit is believed to reach closure in the coming days, with the SEC ruling in favor of Ripple. However, the SEC may continue with its attempts, while Ripple may prove in a court of law that XRP is not a security. Another Twitter thread from Jeremy Hogan, 19 hours ago. Brief update on the Ripple versus SEC case. I see some confusion, therefore I tweet, end quote. On September 29th, Judge Torres overruled the SEC's objections to turning over the Hinman emails, but did not say when they must be turned over. Therefore, the deadline becomes when an appeal of the judge's ruling is due. The court is lenient like this because once the documents are handed over, it can't be undone. Once you open Pandora's box and let the Hinman emails roam free in the public space of Twitter, you can't take it back. So that deadline is basically 60 days. Maybe longer if they move for reconsideration, which I doubt they do. If the SEC appeals the ruling, it will take a long time to figure out, months. I personally don't think the SEC will appeal because it risks adverse binding case authority by doing so. Bad facts equals bad law, and these are bad facts. But others have different opinions on that. Even this guy here under James K. Fillin's tweet, he says, "Oh my good lord, while reading the brief, I shed a tear. How much more evidence does Ripple need for this case to be dismissed?" And this is the whole amicus brief thing with iRemit, explaining how they use XRP, not expecting investment return on price action and things like that. iRemit uses Ripple's software called ODL. Through ODL, a business can convert local fiat currency, any government-issued currency, into XRP, then transfer XRP to a particular jurisdiction, and yada, yada, yada. You guys get the whole elevator pitch why XRP is not a security. In other news, you guys got to see this one right here. Okay? Ashish Birla, March 2022. We're close to having global coverage of ODL. Not a surprise that we get that little, inside information YouTube video from that guy named the Staple Crew. He talks about how he has a friend who works at a market maker firm that typically deals with market making with treasuries. Now Ripple's meeting with them. Next thing, Ripple's getting pretty damn serious. I wouldn't be surprised if they're on a mission to make XRP the most liquid cryptocurrency on Earth very soon. The stage is being set. New York World Trade Center platform adds Ripple XRP advertisements. Look on the stairs right there. Ripple, step up to a new era of finance. Crypto means business. Crypto means business again here. Shift your business into carbon neutral. Take a real step towards net zero with a carbon neutral blockchain and Ripple's crypto solutions for business. Swift isn't fast enough. Move value across borders in an instant with Ripple's crypto solutions for business. This is quite funny how now Swift is kind of having their own little, we solved the friction problem with their whole Twitter account. And now Ripple's putting advertisements in the New York World Trade Center. Okay. Hey, Swift isn't fast enough. Little burn there. Ripple's secret sauce is and always will be XRP. With XRP, they have instant settlement. Liquidity is concentrated if you only need to make one market against XRP for every currency. XRP is jurisdictionless, thus no need to adhere to as many laws in other jurisdictions. Look at the geopolitical tensions surrounding the use of USD in global trade. The Fed can freeze USD and any other central bank at any time. Since Ripple is holding a huge amount of XRP total supply, they can incentivize the usage of ODL. By covering the difference in an ODL transfer with XRP, Bobway XRP Chad, thus making illiquid corridors cheaper than today. So if a mega bank uses tokenized fiat, banks will still need to keep a range of currencies in Nostro Vostro. Liquidity will be fractionalized. It most definitely won't be jurisdictionless. Imagine sanction power of a CBDC. They won't have a huge war chest of crypto where they can incentivize usage by covering the difference in a transaction. So I definitely see a place in the world. Or I definitely see a place for XRP in the world. And to finalize the video, we got a little bit of that micro chart action for XRP. As you can see, with those CPI numbers coming out, XRP yo-yoing alongside the rest of the cryptocurrency market and like basically every market, XRP hit a low. Get this, bro. Ultimate like yo-yo move here. XRP stabilizes around 49 cents a coin. Goes from 49 all the way down to 40.439. Then rockets all the way up to 51.5 and then comes back down to the stabilization level of 49 cents per coin. XRP does not give two fucks, okay? Things are looking amazing. Zoom up to the 4-hour chart. Trading in a nice little range here. You know, what we've been talking about for the last few weeks is this big boom on XRP. And then now we got this little range we're kind of trading out in here. And we are looking for higher highs in the XRP chart. It might just be one huge bull flag. For more perspective on the daily chart here, dude, you can see the yo-yo we just kind of reviewed right there. Big wicks down, big wicks up. Guys, it's that mid-pump activity which leads to higher prices. As we've explained in previous videos, things like this, it's just mid-pump activity. It looks uncertain, doesn't know what it wants to do right after a major pump. Right here, looks uncertain, doesn't really know exactly what it wants to do. Pump, uncertainty, pump. I'm telling you guys, price of XRP will be reaching $1 per coin this year, in the next month, within this month. I know we're going to go for that boom. We still got crazy gaps up here that need to be filled all the way up to like 90 cents a coin. And once we're at 90 cents a coin, the dollar is just the next step. We're going to get there, everyone. We are going to get there. Thank you for tuning in the video today. Make sure you smash like, subscribe, check the links in the description, support the channel, leave an obligatory support comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.